Kia ora everyone, it's Ruggero Lovreggio. I am an associate professor at Massey University, and today I'm here with Dr. Snow Wang from the Hong Kong Baptist University, and today we are gonna discuss and tell you how is research measured by ranking. And ciao Snow, how are you?
Hello, greeting from Hong Kong. I'm good. Nice to see you, Reno.
Nice to see you again. So I hope you will get us a bit of more information on how these nasty people from ranking measure our research, what they look at when they make assessment of our research profile. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. I saw that you are gonna use a person I'm familiar with as a case study. I know this guy.
I also know this guy,
Ah,
Reno
okay.
from Massey University. Yeah, I thought it's interesting. Let's just use Reno's work as an example to show you how each paper is picked up in rankings or other evaluation systems. So you can see this is a paper written by Reno, and the journal is Advanced Engineering Informatics. Which subject this paper is counted for is totally dependent on the journal. So this journal is counted for computer science. Therefore, the paper will be picked up and counted for computer science rankings by Shanghai Ranking, QS, and other rankings. And then
So
we can look at the year of the publication. Normally, ranking agencies use a year or 5 years to capture and compute their rankings. And also, if we look at the topics and keywords, many keywords are being picked up to identify, for example, the themes like SDGs and the topic of the paper and that Reno has published. And the affiliation is really important. There are many ways that we can write our university, sometimes in short forms, sometimes together with another research lab or company. It can all disturb the data that makes the paper being not counted for the university of yours. So definitely be careful to write the full name of your university and the full country as well.
Snow, my school has
Mhm.
recently changed name. Is this gonna impact? Because now
No,
I'm part
actually,
of the school built environment.
yes, actually, school name changes does not matter that much, but then university name changes actually matters a lot. So just make sure you write the your full university name and the full country name correctly.
Good to know.
Cool.
Shall we go and move to the second example that
Yep.
you prepared for us? Okay,
Yes.
this is it.
Oh,
Ah,
it's also you.
oh, thank
So
you.
I like to explain a little bit more on citation that everyone talks about. So what they actually mean. Let's use Reno again and suppose that he published these 2 papers and then 5 good academics cited his paper. Then that makes the citation 10. So 5 people cited 2 papers. And also it makes the citation per paper 5 because we have 2 papers and 10 citations. And then you see the H index means the number of papers that get at least number of citations. So in this case, the H index is 2 because he has 2 papers with at least 2 citations. And then there is a very popular indicator that being used lately called field weighted citation index. It compares Reno's work with the world average. So if it's bigger than 1, it means Reno's citation impact is greater than the world average. And I'm sure, Reno, your citation impact is way bigger than 1. And keep going.
I'm gonna go and check, and hopefully we will celebrate if it's above 1. Thank you for letting me know.
Cool. And then let's have a look at some other measures apart from citations. So the first one is international collaborations being used by a lot of rankings nowadays, and even by the government. So say on this paper, Reno worked with authors from the United Kingdom and other countries like Canada as well. So it will be picked up as an internationally collaborated paper. And also you see here, we have a female author on this paper. And then some rankings, such as the impact ranking by Times Higher Education, they actually, for specific topic like SDG 5, gender equality, they count the proportion of different authors with different genders.
Lucia will be happy about it.
Yes, we want more and more diversity measures on our research, of course. And then also like papers with specific characteristics are measured, such as papers co-authored with low-income countries. This is also used in some of the SDG rankings.
Do we have a list of this country?
Yes, I think they were using the either the UNESCO or the United Nations identified list. And also there are many other measures that captures not just the citation, but other forms of impact. For example, media, how many people tweeted your work? Was there a news article about your work? Or view, how many people actually viewed your paper? Policy, did the UNESCO or the government of New Zealand actually cited your work? And how many patents, how many actually knowledge transfer that happened because of your research paper. So all these are being measured.
Probably we should do some video for all of them and explain to our friends how they can figure it out if they've been cited by policy, if they have been on the media, and see all these kind of interesting features.
Yeah, it is indeed very interesting. And if you are interested to know more, definitely tell Reno and myself, because I think for researchers that we've been working with, they sometimes like normal channel, they don't see this type of information, but it's actually really helpful for them. And last but not least, of course, working with the industry is really important. I think here in Hong Kong, we have a very strong support for transferring research into a product, and then actually market the product in for the community and in the business world. I think it has been having enormous impact on the local community. So it's again a very important measure, and it's gonna be growing as well.
That's really interesting to know. We are
Cool.
gonna pass now to the second part, in which I'm gonna give us a bit of tips about how to build a strong research profile based on my last 10 years of experience in research in different level, from a PhD to postdoc until becoming this year associate professor. I wrote here the 3Q rules, and we will see what are these Q for. So the first one is quality of research. I do believe that it's really important for a researcher to tackle really interesting and recent research question that can help answering really critical topics that can make a difference in our world. Most of the time at the beginning, it's quite difficult as a PhD student to identify a really catching research question. So that's my advice, to work always with your supervisor, because they might have much more experience than you in that topic, and so they can guide you on the right track.
I
Skill.
agree, Reno. For the quality research topic, it's really important because, for example, in the past couple of years, we see a huge impact and citation impact and other impact for the topic on COVID. And also
Exactly.
in the past few years, very high impact for research on the SDGs, all the 17 of them. So yeah, totally agree. Topic is really important. Go
Thank
and
you.
save the world.
And the skills, especially when you are in your PhD or in the early stage of your career, don't miss the chance to learn as much as you can about statistics, writing, or any tool that can make a difference in writing up the best paper that you can. And it's really important to write in plain English and make sure that the paper is self-explanatory. And this is gonna have a strong impact, you will see, on how many people are gonna read your paper, understand your paper, and eventually cite your paper. There are a lot of courses out there to learn not the grammar of English, but how to write in a really clear and simplified way something that is so complex like research work. So you don't need to make it too complicated just to show that you are smart. Everyone knows that you are smart. The way to prove that you're smart is to take something that is really complex and write it down in a way that is super easy to be understood. Any comment on that, Snow?
Totally agree. And how to, like, we used to say, please, when you're writing your title, just do as what it says on the tin. So don't make it overcomplicated that people don't understand what you're talking about.
Exactly. And then the team, I found really important to work with the right combination of team that can have a lot of variety in terms of level of seniorship in the academic world, but also diversity from the fields people work with. Sometimes it might feel a bit frustrating because working with people from completely different fields is challenging because you need to make sure that you talk in the same language, and sometimes it can be complicated. But you will see that when you mix together interdisciplinary research, you're going to get much more interesting and exciting results. And a final note, you don't need the excuse, I don't have $1 million, so I can do awesome research. You can start with a really low amount of funding to do really cool research. It's just a matter of spending some time to design a really nice experiment on a really cool research question, and you will see that your research is going to have impact, not just in your research field, but also in the real world. Now, you might ask yourself, yeah, but where should I publish my awesome research? The important thing is to be capable to identify really relevant journals for your field. For instance, here I'm showing that Scopus has the possibility to identify these journals using the Scopus tag, the source tag, and in this case you can see I've selected civil and structural engineering, so I have the possibility to see what are the best journal in my field. These journals are ranked here based on the site scopes, that is referring to a matrix that you can see here on the top right, that shows how it's calculated based on the citation of paper published in this paper. But a more famous index is also the impact factor. So you can also refer to the impact factor that is based on a different database from Web of Science. And I know that people tell you that the citation and H-index is not the only things that measure your research. I completely agree with this statement, but citation H-index is part of our gamification part of research. So it's a good way to see and challenge yourself to get up also in citation and H-index, because it's gonna have also some sideway impact on your promotion career, in your grant application. So it's also one of the metrics that you need to have, but is not, of course, everything. And we would like to thank you to be here with us, listening to us. And we want also to share with you the news that we just opened this new channel, Academic
Yay!
Survivors. And if you want to know more about topic related to research ranking, you can just ask us in the comments below what you're looking for, and we will plan with no new exciting video to explain more in details material that and information that you won't find easily on the internet. Thank you, Snow,
Yeah,
for
hope to
being.
see you guys soon on the channel.
Thank you so much, and see you at the next video. Bye.
Yay!